Hey guys, this is EckhartsLadder. Hello and welcome to another video. And today we'll be discussing one of the creepiest creatures that I've ever seen from Star Wars. A creature with no real backstory, whose existence is, well, almost totally unexplainable. And this creature actually comes from one of my favorite classic childhood games, Star Wars Racer, the pod racing game. Now, as a kid, I always played this game for the N64. I played it a ton, but last night I actually returned to it and played it for the first time on PC. Now, just like Shadows of the Empire, Star Wars Pod Racer, or Star Wars Racer for PC, actually has some differences, including better music and notably additional cutscenes. And it's these cutscenes here that led to, well, something very, very strange. I'm going to play a clip of this stream where I lay my eyes on this disturbing monster for the first time. Unfortunately, because I am playing on a system far beyond what the game was originally designed for, the cutscene is a little bit small, but don't worry, I'll provide some better footage later. But here was my reaction. Whoa. That's creepy. The fuck is that thing? What is that thing? That's super creepy. So yeah, what is that thing? Because it is super creepy. And it's even weirder because all the other track intros in the game actually have a commentary track from a narrator over them. But Malastare, which is the track with the demon, and all of the Malastare tracks have this intro, I believe, is just completely silent. So it's very, very strange. Alright, so seeing this last night, I was thinking about it for a while, and I knew that the game's got an HD release from Aspyr on Xbox and PS4 and Switch, so I looked up some more gameplay to see if I could get a better look at this creature, and a user known as Overhazard, and I'll link to their video down below, posted a very clean and clear intro to the video, and we get a better look at this thing, and it's even more disturbing in high definition. It's like a skeleton almost, a dog shape or a horse shape. It looks somewhat organic, but also somewhat metallic, and the weirdest part for me is like its distended stomach, which is much larger than the rest of its body. Not really just its stomach and its chest. It's very, very weird, and that part leads me to believe that it was at least at one point alive. Of course, it's got those really creepy red eyes, and yeah, we see it wave on the beginning of the race. All in all, very, very creepy, and no context given in the game. I checked the Star Wars Wikipedia page for appearances under the game, and I couldn't find any creatures matching this description. I checked the individual races. I couldn't even remember at first that it was Malastare. I wasn't sure if it was something related to a single track, but eventually my research did lead me to the right place, and I discovered that this creature's name is Nugtosh, Nugtosh, and yeah, I've never heard of him either. Very, very strange. So we get a little more information about Nugtosh on that Wikipedia page, specifically that he does have an entry in the Star Wars Encyclopedia. Of course he does. That thing is incredibly dense and very detailed. Thankfully I have that so I can read you guys the excerpt. It says, "This grotesque skeletal alien presided over the annual Vinta Harvest Classic pod race on Malastare during an era of the Battle of Naboo. He was a vagrant but was considered good luck by the pod racers and fans." So this has him basically as just some sort of weird looking alien. I guess he lives on Malastare, or he showed up on Malastare. Vagrant basically means that he's kind of a wanderer, so presumably not from Malastare initially, but who knows. However, Nugtosh also has an appearance in the Star Wars Republic comic series. Thankfully, I do have access to these as well. Unfortunately, his appearance is very, very limited. There's a pod race at Malastare, and all we get is this one frame of Nugtosh looking actually quite different than from the game, with a quote saying, "True to long-standing tradition, Nugtosh has taken his position at the starting line." Other than that, I did learn that there was a reference to Nugtosh in the Primus strategy guide for the game. Unfortunately, I was not able to get my hands on the guide. However, someone on the Star Wars wiki did paste what they call an excerpt. Now, I can't confirm it, but I find it very unlikely that it would be false. Anyway, according to user Savage from 2013, page 35 says, "Malastare's host is a curious creature, living a depraved life on the surface of this intoxicating intoxicating planet, breathing methane like air, Nugtosh allows pilot to compete on the abandoned courses, promising that, if it gets to make an appearance at the beginning of each race, it won't sabotage the track. No one knows where the creature comes from, how old it is, or whether it's male or female. A true enigma, its survival alone proves it's not one to be crossed. Out of respect for this, everyone accepts Nugtosh's appearance as a permanent adjunct to any race held on Malastare. Now, I actually do have a copy of the strategy guide at my parents' house that I can check next time I go there once I get my COVID vaccine, so I'll post on Twitter if I can confirm that this is true, but it seems to be. There is a bit of a discrepancy there, of course. Gives extra lore to Nugtosh, but we also have the Star Wars Encyclopedia saying explicitly that it's male. And I mean, our strategy guide's canon. It is an official strategy guide licensed by Nintendo to Prima, but it's at best just a very quasi-low level of canon, not much more than that. But certainly where it seems to have been overwritten by the Star Wars Encyclopedia, again, not really canon. I do like the story that they present, and that's one that's kind of canon to me. Basically, the creature has been living on Malastare, which we know to be a toxic planet and has been warped. Either way, Nugtosh is incredibly creepy, a very interesting creature. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive. I thought it was a fun, kind of different video. I'm going to try again, as I said, to get a look at my copy of the Prima Strategy Guide for Episode 1 Racer. I'm a bit worried, though, because I think I may have the N64 guide, which may not have the extra information. I'm not sure. Until next time, though, guys, have a good one, be safe, and may the Force be with you.